Good morning, dear children, and welcome to the online class on general knowledge. I am your general knowledge teacher, and today I'll be teaching you the first lesson from your book, Fascinating Places. Children, let's first of all consider the word fascinating. The word fascinating means interesting, one which attracts. You see, children, the world is filled with places and things built by human beings which are absolutely fascinating. And in concept of your book, we'll be learning today about some of the fascinating places built by human beings. Why they are fascinating actually are because of number of reasons. Number one, first reason to consider is that they were built back in the history. Please remember the fact that back in the history the world was not technologically advanced, yet they were able to build very big forts, large mosques, huge temples, churches, palaces, and that too by human hand, which itself is a thing of fascination. How were they able to do it when there were no dozers, no excavators, no cranes, nothing of mechanical nature to help human beings, and yet human beings were able to carve huge stones and build up huge palaces, huge temples, huge mosques, huge churches. That's the first reason. Secondly, they are breathtakingly beautiful. You see, when you visit such a place, like when you are visiting a historical mosque or a temple or a church, you don't just go there to worship. You go there because actually you want to see its scenic beauty, the beauty with which it was created, right? Same way, when we go to visit a royal palace as a tourist, we don't just go there to see the palace, we go there to see its beauty. With what kind of beautiful nature was the palace created, and the surroundings of the palaces were created, and remember, all this was done by human beings. Also, there is one more reason. These kind of places are very peaceful. When we go there, when we see such fascinating places, we get a peace in our mind and soul, which in itself is a fascination. So children, in concept of your book, we'll be learning today about five, I repeat, five fascinating places in the world, not just in India. India, you know, is a land of forts and palaces and mosques and temples and churches. But not only India, all around the world such places exist. And out of all of them, today we'll be learning about five of them as per your chapter. And to make it interesting, I have created it in a way of name the following. Okay, we'll be reading through it, we'll be going through it, we'll be answering it in the way of name the following, and most importantly, children, we'll be learning about the facts related with this places, with these particular places. Now those who cannot see the board at the moment, please don't worry, I'll be providing you the photo clip of the board which you can refer to and you can see it more clearly. Okay, so let's continue. Name the following. Let's look at the very first one. Okay, it was the inspiration for Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. It was built by Ludwig II in a place called Bavaria. Now children, I don't know how many of you are actually familiar with the story of Sleeping Beauty. I'll just give you a small reference to it. It refers to the story of a Disney princess who was cursed by her stepmother with a poison apple. The moment she took a bite from the apple, she fell into a deep sleep. And the only way the curse could break was that if the hero arrives and wakes her up with a true love's kiss. So let's not hang on to that. But the particular palace which was shown in that, and the particular palace which is in Disneyland, one of the very famous tourist attractions of the world, children, one of the very famous tourist attraction of the world, it also contains a Sleeping Beauty castle. So this Sleeping Beauty castle was actually inspired from a real castle built by Ludwig II in Bavaria. Okay, Ludwig II in Bavaria. So which castle was that? That castle was New Schwanstein Castle. Once again I am repeating it. Neuschwanstein Castle. Look at the spelling here. Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein. Castle. Castle. Neuschwanstein Castle. Now let's look at the second one. It is the greatest monumental structure in Tibet, in our India itself. In Tibet, it is the greatest monumental structure. It is situated 130 meters above the Lhasa River Valley, and the place is Potala Palace. Potala Palace. So once again I am referring it. Potala. Potala. Palace. Palace. So that's your Potala Palace. So once again I am reading both for you. Number one, it was the inspiration for Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle. It was built by Ludwig II, Bavaria. And the answer was Neuschwanstein, Neuschwanstein, Castle. Second one, it is the greatest monumental structure in Tibet. It is situated 130 meters above the Lhasa River Valley. That's your Potala Palace. Potala, Potala, Palace. Palace. Okay? Now children, let's look at the third one here. It is a castle on a small island on the Normandy coast, France. Normandy coast is historically very famous. It was the site for the famous D-Day landing. During World War II, the Normandy coast was occupied by German forces. Hence, America, France and Canadian forces, they launched a joint operation in order to liberate Normandy, which in history came to be known as D-Day landing. And on that very coast, there is a small castle. So let's see. That castle was Mont Saint Michael. Okay, Mont Saint Michael. M-O-N-T, Mont, S-A-I-N-T, Saint, M-I-C-H-E-L, Michael. Okay, Michael, or you get, because it is a French reference. Otherwise, the real spelling will be M-I-C-H-A-E-L. But this is the French reference, so M-I-C-H-E-L. So let's read it once again. It is a castle on a small island on the Normandy coast, that's France. And the answer is Mont Saint Michael. Let's look at the fourth one, children. It is one of the most fascinating castles in the world. Very beautifully built. In fact, designed in a shape of a pagoda. Okay. It is located in Japan. And the answer is Matsumoto Castle. Matsumoto Castle. Okay. Let's look at the spelling. M-A-T-S-U-M-O-T-O. Matsumoto, C-A-S-T-L-E. Castle. Okay, once again I'll read it for you. It is one of the most fascinating castles in the world. It is located in Japan, and that would be Matsumoto Castle. Now we'll be moving on with the last one. It is the largest royal palace in the world by area. It is located in Paris, and the answer is Louvre Palace. L-O-U-V-R-E. Louvre Palace. Okay, once again I'll be going through it. L-O-U-V-R-E. Louvre. P-A-L-A-C-E. Palace. Remember, the R stands silent here. That's why Louvre Palace. So once for the reference, we'll read it all once again. Number one. It was the inspiration for Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle. It was built by Ludwig II, Bavaria. Answer is Neuschwanstein Castle. Neuschwanstein, Neuschwanstein, Castle. Second, it is the greatest monumental structure in Tibet. It is situated 130 meters above the Lhasa River valley. The answer is Potala Palace. Third one, it is a castle on a small island on the Normandy coast, France. Answer is Mont Saint Michel. Number 4, it is one of the most fascinating castles in the world. It is located in Japan. The answer is Matsumoto Castle. Matsumoto, Matsumoto Castle, Castle. Fifth, it is the largest royal palace in the world by area. It is located in Paris. The answer is Louvre Palace, Louvre. Remember, the R stays silent. Louvre Palace. So with this, children, we end this chapter. I hope it was fascinating and interesting enough for you. Now remember, children, I am giving you your assignment here itself. I'll be providing you the board clip which you have to copy in your GK notebook, and it will be checked after the school opens. Thank you very much.